What's up, you guys? You're tuned into an all-new episode of Point of View. Happy Wednesday. It is hump day. Ladies, how are we feeling today?
Good.
Good. It's a rainy day here in Orlando, Florida.
With our little fake tornado watch.
Right.
Yeah.
They always say there's a tornado watch. I ain't never seen no tornado.
Thank God you haven't seen
Right,
these.
okay.
I didn't see one. Knock on wood, please.
Right.
Don't show me one. I'm fine.
You're gonna sound like them people. We're gonna have a hurricane party because that hurricane.
Oh yeah. I know. If Waffle House don't close, then it's not that serious.
I'm done.
LOL. But you guys, we have a very exciting episode ahead of us. Lots of controversy. But Atlanta, strap up, literally. Metro Atlanta ranks third highest for new HIV cases nationwide. Healthcare officials point to the stigma surrounding HIV as well as healthcare access for this rise. Just in 2021, 1,500 cases of HIV have been reported. So I know HIV is like just one of those topics that many people just choose to avoid, but we have to have the conversation. So let's have the conversation, you guys. So why do we think, this rise has happened all of a sudden?
Oh my God, because people are just being irresponsible.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, we all know how to have safe sex as adults, you know what I'm saying? And people are just being irresponsible with their bodies.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it's a lot of download people in Atlanta.
That's very true.
If we being real, it's a lot of download people who are not upfront and honest with all of their partners. Like not even just in the LGBTQIA plus community, but just like people are just not honest about their like sexual partners across the board. If you have multiple partners, like everybody should, you should let your people know like, hey, I'm actually also active over here.
Exactly.
So I just feel like if people were more honest, like maybe the numbers won't be so high.
Right.
Yeah. I think maybe that could be a factor, but I think that there are so many contributing factors. Also because, that word, because I was reading, and this was a consensus from 2022, that 1 in 4 people in Atlanta are below poverty. So poverty is also a big contributing factor into, just poor sexual health and awareness and things like that. But then again, it's like, it's not just the adults that are having sex, or, it's elderly people, there's young children. Even now with the climate of the music and everything that's going on in the culture, I just feel like even kids are getting more sexually active and they don't have the proper knowledge and information or ways to get tested and or treated. Yeah. And then people, they're promoting sleeping around, promiscuity, all these other things, and, not monogamy also. So all of these poly situations, you have a boyfriend, a sneaky link, oh, that's a new thing. So even with all of those
What's
things.
wrong with sneaky links, Tally?
Oh, God.
Well,
listen, they sneaking a whole bunch of other links to you.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Okay. So do we blame the education system for not educating the kids, since you're saying that it's kids also who are being more sexually active? Do we blame the educational system for not promoting, like sex education the way that they should?
Yeah, I think it's both, but at the end of the day, you can't only blame what they're not getting at school, because it is also, the family, their duty to make sure that the kids have that education. But if the families aren't educated, then they can't educate their kids on it, so it still goes back to...
You can't give what you don't get.
It's also their choice to be sexually active. Like people are gonna do and make the choices that they want to.
We're not gonna blame the kids. It's the culture. It's Miami. It's Atlanta. It's the Black Hollywood.
Memphis is at the top of that list too.
So number 1, Miami, Memphis number 2, Atlanta number 3.
Right.
Absolutely. And those are areas that people go and want to live this lifestyle and get with these celebrities and get with these people to get their name out there. So what they're going to do is sell their body. They're also selling their bodies to these people that are also having a bunch of other sexual partners. And the first thing you ask is not, do you have your papers?
Okay.
Exactly. When's the last time you've been
When's
tested?
the last time are you tested? Well, if I was in Miami, Memphis, or Atlanta, that's the first question I'm gonna ask you before we even kiss.
Right. I'm like, you don't see any humps or bumps or nothing?
Is that a pimple or is that a bum?
Okay, a bum bum.
Is that a bum bum? Are you flaring up right now?
Yeah, but then they also say too, a lot of it is because of, the stigmas on HIV. And a lot of times people don't want to know their status in fear that maybe somehow it would get out or people would know. And then, they're stigmatized and people don't want to deal with them or whatever comes along with that.
Around.
Yeah, it's very irresponsible, but
Yeah.
That's crazy because you can actually go to jail for giving someone that disease.
Yeah, that's very true. But if you don't know, if it's not in the system that you didn't know, then you're not.
You can't really use
Yeah, you
that.
can't use that. That won't hold up in court. So
terrible.
one of the contributing factors that healthcare officials said was for the rise was also because COVID used up so many healthcare resources that a lot of people weren't able to get tested. They weren't able to have as many HIV or even STI checkpoints like they used to.
Yeah.
So this like super high jump was a result of a lot of people not having those resources, not getting checked, and they probably didn't even know they had it, and they were just just having sex and. Yeah, so that was one of the contributing factors.
So
on
now
top
they
of
finally
the
go get
stigmas.
tested and boom, you got HIV.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine, my
Yeah,
God.
can you
So
imagine?
people just out here just willy-nilly dilly, not wrapping
You just
it
gotta
up.
have you just gotta have safe sex. Like if you are practicing sex, like and you don't want to have a child in this day and age,
Or catch something.
okay, right. Make sure you're with people who are tested, and make sure that you know who you're sleeping with, and that you're practicing safe sex.
Yeah.
It's literally so simple. Like
Yeah, it is very simple. And because Miami was #1 and Atlanta is #3, and Miami and Atlanta are known for like the entertainment,
Right.
Atlanta's black culture.
Right.
Miami has a high LGBTQI+, so all of the stigmas,
both.
they both do actually. So it's like one of those things where I'm from South Florida, and they they educated us on STIs, especially HIV, like crazy because
As they should.
Yeah, I think for the past decade, like Miami has
they
always
should
been.
scare you so
Right,
much.
yeah, they scared us.
You
so
double up.
much. Right, exactly. So I'm just like, I'm hoping they're educating people in Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta, so I'm not sure. I'm hoping they are,
Right.
but clearly they aren't because. Of this high rise.
I just feel like it's irresponsible people. Like, I don't really, like Janai said, I don't feel like it's so much kids. Yes, kids are sexually active at a much younger age now, but I just feel like it's irresponsible to not practice safe sex when there are so many STIs
Right.
and HIV,
For
and
sure.
there's so much more even past that. There's
Yeah.
herpes. There's so many things that you can attract by not practicing safe sex. So
And a lot of people don't know. When I was in college and I couldn't afford healthcare, and so a lot of people don't know the health department actually tests for free, or like for a low. It depends on
clinics,
income.
too,
and
like
stuff. Yeah,
some
there's so
local
many clinics. Planned Parenthood, I know, but this is when I was in college. I don't know how it is now, but there are resources where you can go get tested for free.
Google is
and
free.
you can get a PrEP kit. So a lot of people don't know what a PrEP, not a PrEP. It's called PrEP. So pretty much it's like, I'm not sure if it's a pill or shot. I'm not sure, not credible source in that department. But basically you take PrEP and it reduces your chances of contracting HIV by 90 percentile. I'm not sure the exact percentage. So I think more people need if you're gonna be promiscuous, if you're gonna be out there doing, because at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they wanna do.
most gay men use PrEP.
Yeah.
Right. But they also have PEP that I learned from one of my friends that does some work in that area, and that is something that people can research and find out about how they can get access to it. Is for if you think that maybe you were exposed.
Yeah.
And then I think there's maybe like a 72-hour window that you can take that. It's almost like Plan B. So I wish that even that was something that was more.
Promoted.
Promoted, because at the end of the day, I feel like Plan B is such a big thing because they want to keep the rate down for people having children. But don't you want to keep the rate down for people that are getting,
This
HIV
disease?
and
Yeah.
AIDS?
Yeah.
So I think that should be, more publicized. So
But imagine giving your body to somebody and then thinking dang, you might have HIV, and then having to go get that pill
that's
or
what
whatever.
that's
from
what
PEP.
we should think. If you
Yeah.
expose yourself and you weren't protected, and sometimes even if you were, if you think there was a slip up, maybe a hole in the condom, anything, you definitely should feel that way. Even in hair school, they taught us that to treat everyone like they're infected.
Exactly.
And I think because we don't do that, that's another reason why it's such on a high rate. You know what I'm saying? Because people they're just thinking, I know him, I've been with him, I'm safe, we've been together, he's not sleeping with anyone else.
And also remember that having sex is not the only way to get HIV.
Right.
Right.
Some people get HIV from just birth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh my God, that's so sad.
yeah.
From drug abuse, things like
Exactly.
that.
So
Yeah.
dirty
That's what happened.
needles.
Oh my God, what was that woman's name? We just talked about her. She just passed.
The little girl.
Not too long ago.
Yeah,
She was born with
Yeah.
HIV.
Yeah,
That's so
I
sad.
remember. Yeah, there's also other resources. I used to be a pharmacy tech, and like first of all, HIV medication is so expensive. Like, so I don't know what's going on with that regard in the healthcare system, but they should fix that. But for people who are gonna do drugs, you know, at the end of the day, people do what they want to do. They do offer clean needles and for free. You can literally walk. Well, listen, I don't know how it is now, but when I used to work there, they used to offer. You just walk up, say, "Hey, can I have needles?" and they just give it to you for free. Because they'd rather you use a clean needle than to go and find a needle dirty and spread it.
That's
So
really good.
yeah. And they also dispose it for you and things like that too. So
Oh wow.
That's
So
craziness.
sad.
I'm
the
so
society
sorry.
we live in.
I'm so sorry. Just,
What?
They giving you clean needles,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna dispose it. All right, I did the drugs
because
already.
people are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. You
They
might as
are.
well, if you give them the resources to be able to do it at least in the cleanest way possible, it could help bring down these numbers.
She's not promoting it.
Yeah, I'm not promoting
No,
it.
no, I know.
She's just saying where you can find clean needles.
No,
That's a
Like
blessing.
for your addiction.
That's a blessing too, because you have to think, what about the people that are secretly maybe going out on a binge that can be someone's husband, brother, son, and then they go back home, they're outside real quick, use a dirty needle, go back home to their family. They may have sex or do something like that with their wife who doesn't know that they're back abusing, and everyone's life is done.
Literally, yeah. Well, you guys, just make sure you
Lord,
stay safe out there, use protection, and yeah. But you guys, we have to take a short break. We have so much more discussion after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching POV. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're just not tuning in, come on in and join the discussion. We are talking about P. Diddy, you guys, okay? We, like promised, we would keep you guys updated. So as you guys know, P. Diddy has so many allegations against him, from sex trafficking to abuse to rape, just so many different allegations pinned against him. But now it's seeming like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. His son, Christian Combs, has had some assault or sexual assault allegations pinned against him as well. So,
As other things.
among some other things.
Yeah.
What is going on with this family?
Girl, they're trying to take them down.
Yup.
Gosh.
They're trying to take them down. They're trying to get them up out of here. They need somebody to use as an example. Unfortunately, it just happened to be the Combs family.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. It's a mess, and it's hard because these are all allegations. I guess kind of not really. Once he settled with Cassie, I feel like that kind of put a different twist on it.
Yeah.
But
Less than 24 hours.
Right. But at the end of the day, it's so crazy because if he was living this lifestyle, and I'm sure his sons are always hanging out with him. I'm sure they're at the parties, so I'm sure they're pretty privy to what may have been going on. So if that's the case, and if what he has been accused of is true, then it is easy to, think that his sons may have done, something like that too. But, this is a mess.
I've just been involved in some way.
Yeah.
Like,
this is why, like, when you are surrounded by people who are doing bad things, you need to just steer clear, because once they
even
get
when
caught,
it's your father.
what? Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if it's your father. I mean, if you're a
And he's
minor,
funding
that's a
your
different
life.
story. Yeah. I mean, you got to steer clear,
He
because
is.
whatever you do, even if you do the smallest little wrong, whenever he gets caught, now like there's going to be a magnifying glass on you, and
Yeah.
all the things that you've done wrong is now magnified, or there's a closer eye, and you're
Yeah.
going to eventually get caught too. And this is all the way down to friends.
Right.
Like, so
I just don't agree with like Misa coming out and basically saying like, oh, it shouldn't have been like that. Like, why can't we protect our black men? But Misa,
yeah.
baby, you've been around for quite some time, okay? And I'm almost sure you were friends with his wife, God rest her soul. But you've been around for quite some time. So we're not gonna pretend like you haven't seen the things.
Right. Yeah.
That the allegations that have
A
actually
lot of
come
people
out.
are even saying Young Miami, girl.
You know, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was having the time of her life, literally.
She is literally the Ghislaine Maxwell. What she is, his confidant. What's his name? Jeffrey
Epstein, yeah.
Epstein's confidant. Ghislaine. That's who Young Miami is to Diddy. I promise you.
That's why she was getting so much
promise
money.
you.
Because they're saying that she was the
Her allowance.
transporting drugs and also a sex worker.
Yeah.
So
And she brought people
yeah,
to him
so
too.
she was getting a paycheck.
She trafficked people.
This is alleged for sure.
I can't
It
put
is.
that on. I can't put that on Carisha yet.
I can't either,
It's-
because
I can't.
she came out and was like, y'all, I am not doing that. You know how
So
Carisha
you
is.
took that?
And
I don't know what she's doing.
And
okay?
I could literally sit here and pour this water out and say, I didn't do that.
But I saw you.
Yeah, no, but what I
Girl,
People saw her.
And that's why
People saw her.
backed up from her friend.
Yes, but at the same time, I feel like most of Diddy's allegations are things that have been done over the years, many, many years.
Oh,
Carisha
yes.
just got there yesterday, and she left the next day, clearly because she's out of there. But at the end of the whole
He had to
Because
grieve
he was
Kim.
caught.
No, he had to grieve Kim for a few years, and then Miami came into the
a
picture.
few years, he was not grieving Kim for a few years. But I mean, I guess
He wasn't?
What?
that man.
Yeah, no, he was on a yacht with so many girls, like right after.
Okay, but Miami just got here.
Yeah.
Just
So-
because you just got there don't mean you didn't do no wrong. Just what the length of time is what makes a person.
No, I'm
do
not
a
saying she
crime.
hasn't done any wrong, but I don't feel like she should be pinned to the bulk of his allegations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Of
the
course,
bulk.
I'm sure she's done some drugs with him at the party.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, that's,
Or
but that's
move
not
them.
the allegations. she's
Right.
being- It's the allegations of being a drug mule and a sex worker and luring.
And a sex mule.
Yeah, and a sex mule. That ain't just, oh, I was there doing drugs.
I was at the
No.
party.
Yeah, but
no.
it's
You
like
bought the
saying-
party, baby.
You brought the party.
You
No,
was doing more
she
than being
didn't-
at the party.
She didn't bring no
Stealing.
party.
I'm sure she did.
No,
No.
I'm sure she
It's
did.
Diddy has
Right.
been having drugs on hand through other people for years and years and years. I'm sure
Absolutely.
Young Miami did not have to put no coke in her breast for him. There was plenty other places, plenty other backpacks and pouches where he was fully stocked.
But he used her.
Exactly. Hello.
Allegedly.
Clock
Like
it.
she's guilty by association a little bit. Like, and I honestly,
She
okay, the
is.
reason why I don't think it's fair to do that to Young Miami is because, okay, let's be real. How many of us have dated people who have done questionable things in the street? Okay, y'all quiet now, right?
I was trying to think.
Okay, with an exception to Janaya, but
Yes, no.
Hold on. But,
Okay.
well, what if they got caught? Because sometimes they keep. it from
I've
us,
been the
right?
victim of being caught.
If they
Okay.
get caught, they got to carry their charges.
That's true, but can you imagine if you didn't even know anything and then like they just threw you under the bus?
I don't believe she didn't know anything. I believe she was at those parties. And I do believe that she was bringing people to those parties to be SA'd.
I don't think she was.
I think so.
Then why did her friend
think
of
so.
many years they grew up together
Exactly.
left her, just dipped on her for no what?
Her pimp partner left her.
No, but there's plenty of reasons. For one, Young Miami and JT are in 2 separate relationships. You know, you never know if the guys didn't get along through something like that because they were both riding for their men. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of reasons why. And before that, they were having problems where it seemed like
They're in the same industry. I'm not going for it. Uzi doesn't have the same, I guess, reputation or the same level that Diddy is on, but at the same time, Uzi is very much in the industry, and we all know, what
I'm sure
Uzi
he had some insight
represents.
and told her to get
you know
out
what I'm
there.
saying?
Yeah.
So we're not gonna say that JT didn't have no inside information on
We didn't say
Young
she
Miami's relationship with Diddy.
Yeah.
Young Miami knew exactly what she was doing when she got involved with Diddy. I'm sure she's been in the industry since she was however old. So she knows who Diddy is in the industry, and she knew if she latched herself onto Diddy, she would be, that main girl, which she did become for some time. Yes, she had her run, but now Diddy is being thrown to the wayside. Like, he's being thrown away, literally.
And JT had her own stuff going on, so she couldn't even afford to be around her friend.
No,
because
especially going
of
solo.
what her friend was doing. No.
Exactly.
I mean,
she saw it coming.
Yeah.
There's
I
other
can
people
say that, yeah.
who are in the limelight that are even in defense of Diddy, like Stevie J came out of nowhere.
Who is
CBJ
that?
does not count.
Stevie J.
Who is that?
R. Kelly.
Stevie J. What?
Boosie.
How does R. Kelly have anything to say? He's behind bars.
And we love Boosie,
from
but
jail.
it's not credible.
Documentary.
Jail, he's like living
And Boosie is a comical character all within himself, so we're not even gonna believe him.
Put them on live. I get $1,000.
Then you got what's her name? Russell.
Kimora.
You got her posting Diddy's child as if you're trying to create some type of narrative that Diddy is still a good person. No. We're not gonna paint a picture of what maybe he used to be 30 years ago. No. We're gonna see him for who he is today.
And just because he's a good father, that does not mean that he was not sexually
doing these
abusing
things.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Kimora's way of coming to defense of his son was because one of Diddy's other sons or something like that, he released the footage of the raid, and
Misa did. The mother, his mother
her,
released that. Yeah, she released that footage, but
they came in like SWAT trucks.
Because
but baby, how did you get that footage if they so-called took it away? How did you get that?
Because
Hello?
Diddy, let's talk about it now.
Pockets.
If Diddy acts like he is 2 steps ahead of all of this. So you think if he was not in the house, they didn't catch him in the house, you think he left evidence in the house? No, he left
the physical,
and his sons
the
were in the
physical,
house,
whatever
too.
they could pull, like the systems. They took the systems, but
He
everything is in the cloud.
cleared that he's steps ahead of them. They're not catching him.
Yeah.
This man is steps ahead of them. Why? Because he's also been in, I don't want to say in cahoots, but he's been trained by people who've been doing this. The white men who taught him all of this.
Epstein.
Stuff. Exactly.
Epstein taught him.
Showed him.
Yes.
Went through it.
Yes.
Showed him.
Yes.
And he's already.
This is
steps
what you
ahead of
can
everybody
do.
now.
He is the Black Epstein.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness!
ma'am.
Oh my
Lord.
god! This is Junie and Shania's
He is the Black
conspiracy theory.
He is the Black Epstein. I believe it to be true.
But
Miami is
woman
going down
who,
to
release the footage. What was her name again? Misa. Yeah, she was saying like, why did you guys have to come in tanks to his house?
Because that man got security.
Well,
that wall was bad.
Right, and the house is like 3 mansions long.
Exactly.
Like it's a huge house. Like
But
they
a
couldn't
whole
come in there
SWAT
with
team?
Yeah,
They should have.
What they gonna use? The same stuff that they used
The
to
local
raid an
police.
apartment?
Hello.
I mean,
hello,
I don't
clock
know.
it. They're not gonna use 4 policemen to go in there. Absolutely
Diddy.
not.
Right, on top of that, they needed enough people to at least be able to cover the property. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that in itself
Without
makes
anybody
sense.
running and trying to hide anything.
Pointed to Justin, like it was. I don't know. I personally feel like it was a little excessive, but that just goes to show the power Diddy has for even the feds to come like that.
They thought
But
that
the
was
cops-
Diddy. He
but
looked
a-
so much like his daddy. They thought that was Diddy, so
I'm
they
done.
said put him right there
But
just
a long
in case.
time ago, the cops have been militarized, so it was going to be that anyway. Like for
Yeah.
any celebrity. Like I even feel like I even feel like if it was a white person, you know, like, or an Asian person or whatever, or anybody giving the allegations, you know, like, it would still come like that.
Yeah.
Just, I believe that. I absolutely believe that.
There was a video saying that he had kids coming in by the bus.
Yeah.
Hello.
What are you gonna say?
At
The
3
local
o'clock in the
police
morning.
with their little.
You don't know what you're gonna find.
Two-seater. Now imagine you find he opened up a closet allegedly. Not allegedly, but what if he had opened a closet with 10
Hypothetically.
kids?
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
send the local police
I
for their
hear
2
you,
seats.
but I think it's his race. I'm not gonna lie, because if Trump had those same allegations, I don't think they would have came in a tank. They would have gave him a little courtesy call. Hey,
I'm not sure. Isn't
can you walk
Epstein locked up
outside
right
real
now?
quick?
Epstein and Trump is the same color. Epstein locked up, and his mistress Ghislaine locked up for 20 years. Miami.
I do want to preface by saying,
Pay attention.
I believe
Amen.
everybody that said it, whatever Diddy did to them, I believe it. This is just me
100%.
trying to give a different angle.
No, but you said it. You feel like it's because of his color. I'm saying
The
I don't believe
aggressive
that.
part of the.
Oh,
or how
well,
aggressive-
don't be shocked.
maybe, but they also got Epstein too,
Yeah.
and he's locked up, and his mistress is locked up.
And don't be shocked they come out with a Diddy,
Well, guys,
escaping Diddy.
we are running out of time. You guys, I'm crying at Escaping Diddy. You guys, catch us back here same time, same place tomorrow. Bye.